What's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Action Jackson, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about should the Dallas Cowboys potentially look into Dalvin Cook, since it has been announced that he is going to be a post-June 1st cut. So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you are new, and comment and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content, man. So hopping straight into it, shout out to this guy on Twitter. His name is Justin Cohen. He said, per source, that he's told that after trade conversations have been stalled by the Minnesota Vikings, they have informed Dalvin Cook that he will be released following the June 1st designation, and this move will save the Vikings $9 million in cap space. So just to give you guys a little bit of insight off of Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was selected to the Pro Bowl. I know the Pro Bowl isn't much of a prestigious thing as it used to be. And right now he's a 4-time straight Pro Bowler. And he's 27 years old, currently at the time of this recording. And just to go over some of his career stats, his rookie year, he had 354 yards, averaged 88.5 yards a game. He averaged 4.8 yards every rush attempt. So his second year, he made a major step. He had 615 yards. He had 4.6 yards attempt running. He had 2 touchdowns. His third year, which was his breakout year in 2019, he had 1,135 yards. He had 13 touchdowns. He averaged 81.1 yards a game. He got 4.1 yards a carry, 4.5 yards a carry. And, he was solid for receiving and just total. And in that year, he was an All-Pro, comeback player of the year in 2019. 2020 had a tremendous year with 1,557 yards. He had 16 touchdowns. He averaged 111 yards a game. So, pretty much he had better stats. He was a better back than, per se, like an Ezekiel Elliott from years 2020 to 2022. Even when Zeke had, I think, 1,000 yards in 2021, Dalvin Cook had 1,100 yards in that season. So, I think Dallas Cowboys should look into getting him. He's still a solid back. And the only reason why he's getting released from the Minnesota Vikings is because when you're in that Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan tree, because that's where the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings came from. He's coming from that tree. A lot of those guys, they do running back by committee. They don't necessarily, per se, depend on one guy like the Tennessee Titans or how we used to do. They're more of a running back by committee led team, like Philadelphia. Some of the contending teams, they do running back by committee. They don't spend cap space at all in that category, so they're moving in that direction. That's the direction that the Minnesota Vikings are moving into. And if you're the Dallas Cowboys, I would bring in Dalvin Cook. See if he's healthy. I only do want to see if he's healthy, but if he can still play. And if I am bringing in Dalvin Cook, I'm only bringing him in for a 1-year deal. I'm not bringing him into a multi-year deal. He might want to warrant that sort of contract, but the way that the running back market is right now, it is very poor. It's a very hard time for you to be a running back in this league. You even look about it when you think about it with Saquon Barkley, what's going on with the Giants right now. He's holding out, and it's been rumored that he was offered $12 million per year during the regular season, and he got offered $14 million during the offseason. And that both times that, Saquon Barkley had, declined it. So, because I guess he's trying to get more money. He wants to get what Ezekiel Elliott got, what Christian McCaffrey's getting. But teams are just no longer folding into giving in that, they're no longer folding to give in to the running back position and give them guaranteed contracts. Because if you look at it, guaranteed contracts for running backs don't last long. Zeke's a prime example. So is Derrick Henry. Christian McCaffrey, even though he was solid for the Niners, the Panthers originally gave him that big-time money, so the Panthers were originally thinking that they were going to keep Christian McCaffrey for a little while. It didn't. That didn't pan out for the Panthers. And, so just giving contracts in general, just big guaranteed contracts to running backs just don't ever pan out. So that's why I'm all in for the mindset of giving Dalvin Cook a 1-year deal. Maybe $3-4 million possibly, to something very, very cheap. Then that's going to hurt the contract. You just need him for playoffs. That's all you need him for. And that stretch to where, we can rest Tony Pollard. I just need Dalvin Cook when we do sign him. I just need him to be better than Ezekiel Elliott of last year, or what he has been ever since 2019. I just need Dalvin Cook to be better than that. And he was solid even last year. Look at his 2022 stats. He had 1,173 yards. He had 8 touchdowns. His longest run of the year was 81, which Zeke doesn't have that. He averaged 4.4 yards a carry. He even brought you something in the receiving game. He brought you 295 receiving yards, so he can catch the ball a little bit out the backfield. So he can do it all, really. And you bring in Dalvin Cook, he'll be your second best back. He can back up Tony Pollard. He can bring in veteran leadership for a guy like Deuce Vaughn. And depending, I don't know how many running backs are we going to carry on the roster, because I know last year we did 3 with Pollard, Zeke, and Malik Davis. So Dallas is considered bringing in Hunter Lupke, our undrafted free agent. He's added into that running back, fullback, utility back. Then you got to throw him in there. So that begs the question, what do the Cowboys do with Malik Davis? Are they having him be in healthy scratch where he's on the team? They're just making him inactive for 4 games? Or are they going to stash him on the practice squad? But I think that they don't really want to put him on the practice squad because they know he'll get picked up by a particular team. So I wonder. So that's the only questions I have, is what they're going to do with a guy like that, with a Malik Davis, because I know Deuce Vaughn's going to make the roster. We're just going to need a little bit of oomph, because I already know the Dallas Cowboys are looking at certain positions. Kicker has been one of them, and I already went over with a video a couple days ago discussing what the Cowboys still need to do to get better, like linebacker, receiver, running back. I think the Cowboys are looking to add one more running back. I know they added Ronald Jones, but I just don't think that's going to suffice, and that's going to be solid for you enough in games. You want to get a little bit better, I would get like Leonard Fournette, like I said in that video. But we're discussing Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook would be the best running back on the market right now to pick up, and he won't cost you too much, and he can come in and bring you reputable snaps, and he can be a key role player for you down the stretch. He has playoff experience. So yeah, man, that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.